2009, what a different time in YouTube's history. It felt like just yesterday that I was logging into this website every day to find the best lyrics video for 3 Days Grace songs. And that was only something like, oh, I don't know. It was so much more innocent, where Smosh was pumping out silly skits every week, where William Johnson was content farming before it was cool. Stick figure animations were popular, and I mean, real popular. These were everywhere for some reason. And Vocaloid was popping right the fuck off. Hatsune Miku, Luca, Rin, and Len, in an overwhelmingly large supporting cast that would take way too long to actually list off. So why exactly are we talking about Vocaloid today? Well, it pertains to the topic that I'm going to be discussing in this video. Let me introduce you to Kasane Teto, who is technically not a Vocaloid, but kind of is. Alright, I'm gonna have to give you a lot of context in order to catch you up on what this character is all about. So, Kasane Teto is not technically a Vocaloid, but instead a Utao, which is the same concept as a Vocaloid, but not really. You see, Vocaloid is a voice synthesis program that uses official voice banks developed by Yamaha. You know, the company that sells motorboats and guitar amps and Hatsune Miku. Utao is also a voice synthesis program, but it's freeware, and it gives you the ability to make your own voice bank. So if you want, you can make yourself a Vocaloid. You can do anything you set your mind to. But believe it or not, Teto was actually created to troll people. You see, Teto was designed to trick people into thinking that she was a new Vocaloid as an April Fool's joke. It turns out, people actually began to use her voice bank for songs because they actually liked how it sounded. And one of these songs was Teto Territory. It's a pretty cutesy song, and it really wears its age on its sleeve. But at the same time, it's almost nostalgic in a way. Pretty reminiscent of the kind of era that the internet was in during the time. It's fun, unproblematic. There's nothing wrong here. The video for the song was released on September 22nd of 2009 on YouTube, but it was not originally released on YouTube. Instead, it was first posted on Nico Nico, which is a video sharing platform in Japan, and was later re-uploaded by Sego-K. Now that's all fine and dandy, so where am I going with all this? Well, you see, the video itself is nothing much. It's just a fun little video, and it's a Vocaloid classic, so there's not much else to focus on, right? That would be the case if you didn't scroll down to the comments. If you do, you might notice something unique happening down there. You see, most YouTube videos have the top comments sorted, which really just means whichever comments has the most likes and engagement. But instead, this video defaults the comments to newest first. And because of that, you may notice that the comments are actually really recent, as close as just a few minutes ago. And then you begin to realize that most of the comments are from the same day. This comment section is ridiculously active, even more active than any other comment section that I've seen. I'm gonna start reading off some of these real quick just to give you an idea of what's happening here. So this one was from 7 minutes ago. This is from 19 minutes ago. I just went to this video and there's already so many comments. And you might start noticing these kinds of comments. The day 170. Yes, this person has been here 170 times in a row. There's always the comments of, why are the comments so fresh from 48 minutes ago? Day 4, I got to stay home today and my cat ran into me somehow. Alright, cool. Day 2, I have nothing to write. Oh my god. Man just wrote an entire paragraph. Day 183. Day 235. Day 300. You've already been doing this for like a year. All of these comments were from the exact same day. Day 779. Holy shit. This person has been doing this for literally, what is that? Like, isn't that like 2 years? And he's just going off about Dragon Ball GT. Oh my god, day 476. And these are just people that are just talking about their day. This guy's gotta be trolling. There's no fucking, oh my god. There are a bunch of people who have been doing this for weeks, months, even years. The first time I saw this, I think I had the same level of confusion that most people have when they see it. It's just so bizarre, and very, very rarely do you see something like this happen anywhere else on YouTube. So that got me curious. When did people start checking in? How long has this been going for? My first idea was to check the internet Wayback Machine and see if I could find some answers there. However, this didn't work out too well because the earliest screenshot of this page was from 2013. It didn't matter all that much anyways because the comments on the page didn't even load, so I was out of luck there. My search continued with a Reddit thread asking what was the deal with this comment section, but unfortunately, this also didn't give me any satisfying answers, as nobody else in the thread really knew what was going on. It became quickly apparent that my Google research was going to be fruitless, so I made the decision to dig in myself. But I knew that just scrolling down the thousands of comments would take a very long time to do, so I wondered, maybe there's a way to filter comments more efficiently. So I searched for a website that could sort comments by oldest, and lo and behold, I found just a website, Hadsy. This is a godsend of a website. All I had to do was copy the video URL into a field and would begin doing this thing. And man, it had a lot of work cut out for it because it took a decent amount of time to get it all sorted out. After some time, the website sorted all of the comments and I could begin finding the origins of the daily check-ins. Now, I had no clue when these daily check-ins began to happen, so I just began with the oldest comments sorted first and started turning the pages. The earliest comment on this video, by the way, is a simple awesome. I love the Vocaloid characters and their songs. Short, sweet, and to the point. Gotta love it. After that, it didn't seem like there was a whole heck of a lot going on in there. Just the usual affair of people commenting on a Vocaloid video, and some of them arguing over Teto's age, which is something that I didn't consider would happen, but I should have absolutely seen coming. I sifted through a lot of these comments, looking over and over and over for the first sign of somebody doing a check-in comment, or at least considering the idea of it. I made it to legit page 90 of this comment section until I noticed in the top left corner that there is a search bar, and had the realization that I didn't even need to spend an entire hour of my life doing this. I could have just typed day this entire time. But that's fine. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I found the search bar. It is what it is. So I typed down day and I found the first time that somebody did a check-in comment. A user by the name of Coco, I'm not even gonna attempt the next part of their name, posted on April 20th of 2020. But this user only decided to check in for 7 days. However, towards the end of their streak, this user put down a YouTube link and claimed that it would explain the dark history of this video and why the comment section is so active. Was there truly a sinister secret to this video? Was there something I was missing? I copied the YouTube link, opened it, and of course it's Rick Astley. Fuck you, man. But as you might have guessed, this would not be the last time that people decided to post every single day on this video. Shit! Fuck! Shit! Oh my Teto, I'm late! It's really fascinating to see the people who are annoyed at their own tardiness. It's definitely a genre of comment that I enjoy a lot. Even people straight up apologizing for being late is so funny to me. Sorry I haven't commented in a few days. I was busy. No problem, chief. One commenter just said, hello, every day. And that's just nice. It was nice until somebody wrote a novel about how they want to be dressed in baby clothes and take fat dumps in diapers. Day 5. I am going to write Vocaloid fanfiction. Now, something fascinating about these comments is that people will just write down anything that is on their mind. And because the comments are always new, every comment just gets buried. So there's no chance that someone will revisit them at a later date. Right? For example, this user who was just talking about their dream they had the other night, and then it got weird. I wonder what kind of strange thing would happen in the stream, and oh, they dreamt of Dream, the YouTuber in George Not Found, in a bed with no clothes on. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. You could not get Satan to get that information out of me. I'm sorry, but this is a public forum. This is like the equivalent of saying that you daydream about a big titty goth YouTuber out loud in an Arby's. Day 1. Sometimes I wish I could be nice. But then I stumbled on to a comment that kinda worried me a bit. It was a very long comment from somebody who was doing daily check-ins, and it was pretty rough to read. Just as a warning, this next segment of the video will have triggers for suicidal ideation and mental illness, so if that topic makes you uncomfortable, then I would urge you to jump to this timestamp to skip it. Suffered a lot in school. I went through a parent conference meeting. I got a near 75 grade. My mom after decided I have to transfer schools. Although this may be comfort, but it's temporary. There's no way back. I feel like this stupid singing robot girl caused all of this. I was addicted to her songs. I want to get out of her territory at this point. I feel like a useless chunk put into this planet. Like a plastic bottle. I hated when hobbies I loved just turn out to be a waste of life. After all, they're the only sources of happiness I can have. There's nothing now. I feel like I'm better off not existing anymore. Now, I did find comments from this person later, and they said that they were okay, which is good. But to me, this video is not just a way for people to come together, but also for people to vent to each other. This user was going through a rough patch, which I can relate to a lot. And it seems like other people find this a safe space to air out their troubles. I can also imagine that most of these commenters are on the younger side, because there's a lot of these comments about talking about school or hanging out with their friends. And sometimes this patch of life is exhausting, and there's not always an easy way to fix these problems because you're young and you don't have all the mental capacities to handle these things. What's really fascinating to me about this video is that it's not just about Teto, but it's about camaraderie almost, and just being there for each other. And honestly, that's something that you don't really see on YouTube very often. And to think that this video's been keeping up this act for so long, with people checking in for literal months, it's genuinely impressive. The way this video brought people together is just cool, and I found it super fascinating to research. Not everything in there is specifically cool. It is the internet after all, but seeing the amount of positive energy going on here was really warming my heart. And yeah, that's about it. Click this card for another video of mine. Have a good one.